it's important to sometimes disconnect. Like the big thing
Yeah.
for me, my biggest struggle is like I was never a social media guy.
Yeah.
I only got it because of like my past relationship. Like it was one of those things like, hey, get it, whatever. And I've been hooked, but I haven't. Then I disconnected. It's
Yeah.
just I become like, just on it all the time because of this business I'm trying to create. And
That's true.
I've kind of learned my lesson that because I have disconnected for like a week,
Hmm.
and I'll miss a message from like the IG soldiers or like a personal message or people reaching out, a contact client, who knows, right? And it's like I don't like that idea that, when I get that message, like, where are you? Where were you? And I realize like social media, unfortunately, like as much as we hate it or not, it's just the way we connect now.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important to have that presence.
Yeah. And you mentioned business too. I mean, like 95% of me having an Instagram is like to promote my work or to find work. Like I'm
Yeah.
literally cold calling artists in their DMs or finding their emails from their Instagram pages. Like,
Nice.
you know what I mean? They don't really have websites very much anymore. And it's a
Yeah.
place to find work and to promote your work. And, the other 5% is for meme pages and sending, funny shit to my friends and
Yeah,
or whatever,
100%, man. Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's about it. I mean, 95% of it is for the work, and it's a good place to find that, but it's unfortunate that it's mixed within such a toxic kind of arena.
Yeah, it's like I've seen it as a blessing in a way because again, I can connect with someone like yourself, but also just other artists and colleagues that have helped me kind of create a platform with this podcast, like guest list. Because when I first started it, I had no intention. Like I had an intention where it was going to go, but I just didn't know, how far it would.
Right.
And I honestly thought I would run out of guests or just bring on the same five friends and talk about the same things.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, like as I realized, like you said with Instagram, just cold DMing just people and reaching out. Like I remember it was the craziest thing. Like when you commented on one of my posts, you made a kind compliment, like great conversation, or
Yeah.
very important as a director to think this way. I don't know, something like that. And I was just like, oh my god, like my boy Tristan there. I got to message him. I know he would love
Yeah.
to be on the podcast. And next thing you know, that's what I'm saying, right? Is I'm always trying to see like who's the next guest who wants to talk about films or really just your creative journey. A lot of people that I learned that like I've gotten entrepreneurs and real estate agents that are my friends or also former colleagues, and
Mhm.
you can learn a lot from them. Like it doesn't have to always be about film. It's kind of interesting, right? Because we're all trying to make it in our own way, right? And we're all trying to just make sense of the world. It's a great time, but it's also a crazy time, and not just with the pandemic. It's overwhelming. Like we don't know. Everyone wants to do this and they want to do that, and then they want, like, back then everyone just had one path.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just something that affected me for sure. I was joking around with you about before the podcast about the identity crisis, but that was something
Mhm.
that I was going through, man. Just
Oh,
something
for
that I
sure.
was kind of, right, like, just experiencing.